everybody, welcome back to the video. In today's video, I want to go over the catalog flashback for the Cinco de Mayo weekend in May of 2019. Let's get started. So if you don't know what the catalog flashback series is, it's pretty much a series where I go over a past release of catalog items or an event, or just something that happened in the past on Roblox related to the catalog, just because it's fun to look back at things for nostalgia's sake and see what actually changed from back then to now. And this weekend, right over here, we had a bunch of Cinco de Mayo items, but did also get a bunch of other things, like things from May the 4th, along with some other bundle releases and also some code items. So yeah, let's get started. So over here, we started off this weekend with a May the 4th item, which is just kind of a little fun holiday in reference to Star Wars. So they brought this item back on sale, and this was around the time when they kind of were slowing down on the new releases, and they were kind of focusing more on just bringing back older items. So this kind of made sense with what they were doing at the time. So it returned for 200 Robux for a day only. And this was actually originally a gift card item, but they brought it back for people that weren't able to get it so they could purchase it for Robux. And it actually is pretty cool. It is a retexture of a different sword pack, this green one, which is still on sale for 200 Robux. So it was a pretty cool choice to retexture, and the retexture looked pretty nice too. So if you were able to get it when it returned, it got a couple thousand sales, so pretty nice item. It hasn't returned since, so if you got it, this was the last opportunity you were able to get this one. Next up, they put some older Cinco de Mayo items back on sale. We had Sombrero Dog for 250 Robux for 2 days, and Cinco de Mayo for the same price and the same amount of time. So Sombrero Dog right over here, I think it's actually a really cute one. It's a happy little dog face with a huge sombrero on its head. This one was not too bad for the holiday either. When it originally released, it just released as a regular item, but then it went off sale randomly, so a lot of people that wanted it weren't really able to get it, but thankfully they did bring it back here. So if you were able to get it here, this was that last opportunity, as it hasn't returned since. And same thing here, it released as a regular timed item, but then it had returned here. And this one's actually pretty cute too. A lot of people like this one. Once again, another little animal in the sombrero hat, so not too bad here. This is also the last opportunity to get this one, as it hasn't returned since. Then after that, we did get a new code item, these super social shades right over here. And these were for a milestone of reaching 1 million followers on the Twitter accounts for Roblox. So they released these as a little code item that you can get for free. I'm pretty sure they're not available anymore, but they were a pretty nice item to get just for free if you were able to redeem the code during the time it was available. So not too bad. It hasn't been available since, but it was a pretty nice item to get for free if you were around at the time. Next up, they did release some kind of horse items relating to the Derby, which usually happens around this time too. So they released some items for that. We had the Magnificent Derby headband for 25 Robux and the Rosy Horse head for 200 Robux. So this one released for 25 Robux. It's a pretty simple kind of little headband here with some ears as well as some hair and a little bow tie. So pretty interesting there. It's pretty cheap, 25, but I think it actually is a bit more now, as the price flow update probably did make it around 70 as of this recording. So it's a bit more expensive now, but it's a pretty nice little headband here if you're a fan of this little event. And next up is horse head 2. This one's pretty cute. A horse holding these little flowers. So not too bad for 200 Robux. It's a pretty creative and detailed item, so if you do want to get this one still is available today. Next up, they did actually release 2 bundles right over here. They did release this Avatars bundle for 250 Robux, as well as this Erisifia bundle for 250 Robux. And they were kind of just releasing a bunch of Rthro bundles typically throughout these weeks, as they were kind of trying to make people get more used to them. And we did get these 2, which are both pretty cool. They're both nicely detailed. This one's this kind of knight right over here, which is pretty nice. And then this one, which is actually a lot more well known, around 100,000 favorites, mostly because of the gear, which you can actually hold in game, which is why it's a bit more unique compared to a lot of the other bundles. So not too bad, both pretty cool bundles that are still available today. Then we had some free items go off sale. They released these WWE items a couple weeks before this for free, and the promotion did end, so they did end up going off sale right over here. They did actually end up later releasing some new items for Cinco de Mayo. They have the Mariachi Sombrero for 30 Robux, as well as this Pinata bow tie for 25 Robux. So 2 pretty cheap items released over here. Of course, they're not these prices now. As of the price for update, they pushed the prices up a bit more, so this is probably around 70, but it's still pretty cool. Another very popular item from this weekend, over 100,000 favorites, and also looks really nice, so works with a lot of different outfits. So if you do want to get this one, it is still available. Same thing here, this one was pretty cheap. It's a bit more expensive now with the price flow update, but still looks pretty nice. This one's actually pretty rare. It doesn't have that many owners because it is a pretty recent one still, and it doesn't really work well with too many outfits. So if you do want to get one of the rarer ones from this weekend, this is one of those. But then right over here, the Crimson Futuristic Sword Pack went off sale along with the other ones. We did also get another item right over here, the Mint Julep hat for 150 Robux. And this is a very interesting case, as Mint Julep is actually an alcoholic drink. So they did actually end up later changing the name so that it wouldn't be an alcoholic drink in the title, which is a good decision. But this is actually a really nice looking item. It is kind of drink sitting on the head. It kind of reminds you of a top hat almost. post, so it was a pretty creative idea right over here. They did change the name to Minty Sip Hat though, so the drink wouldn't be related to it. But yeah, overall this is still a pretty cool one. It's still available as well, so not too bad right over there. And then after that, everything went off sale. They changed the name, and they also released one more thing, this Godzilla companion gear for a little Godzilla promotional event, which was basically obtained for free. So yeah, that was the Cadillac Flashback for this weekend. I think it was a pretty nice weekend. There were definitely some things for Cinco de Mayo, even for Star Wars Day, as well as some for the Derby, and also just a bunch of other random things that updated alongside these. So yeah, overall I think this was a pretty successful weekend if you were able to participate in it and get some of the items before they did go off sale. But yeah, that is much of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!